that has a lot to do with it. Anyhow, that Ultimo Dragon as a kid was a super wrestling fan, so he used to commute to Tokyo. Nobody asked you to do that, right? But he used to come to. He was famous fan at the downstairs of this Korakuen Hall in early '80s. Even this kid can do this flip and dive and moonsaults and all these things, and he's showing off to other wrestling fans. And he was also brave enough that he goes to hotel and hoping to meet your superstar. And he did go to Satoru Sayama, the original Tiger Mask's hotel room. Knock, knock, knock. I want to meet, right? Remember, a lot of wrestling fans would do that, and the wrestlers normally don't respond. But knock, knock, and he wanted to show Sayama what he can do in the hotel hallway, and then look, I can do all your moves, and graduate high school and be wrestler. And he was, like encouraged. And original Tiger Mask Satoru Sayama gave him his trunks. Isn't that nice? Mask is
sounds
one thing,
pretty
but
innocent. Ultimately,
yeah. Innocent. Yeah. Oh, completely innocent. Yeah.
Because he was still so much younger than most of the wrestlers. Most wrestlers would at least start training after high school.
Right.
And he was.
He knew what he wanted to do.
Right. Yeah. And he was pretty fearless too to introduce himself to big stars without.
Oh, very fearless.
Without thinking too much.
Oh, you should say fearless or brave. Fearless. Very brave. Yeah.
It's not ordinary, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, a lot of kids did that though, to get the mask from male maskers or get the autograph from Stan Hansen or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of fans did that, and that's very Japanese fans, type behavior too. And as young Asai went to Terry Funk's room too. Knock, knock, knock. You want to meet Terry Funk, right? And he, in order to introduce himself, that he showed Terry Funk all kinds, backflip to front flip to cartwheel to all kinds of things on the hallway. Then Terry Funk was so impressed that why don't you come back tomorrow? I'm gonna bring Dory in too. Dory Funk Jr., older brother. So next day he shows up again. Then both Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk. Okay, let's see what this kid can do. Then they did all these flip and dives and backflip to cartwheel, the whole thing, and hallway again. So they were so impressed, and they remembered aside from it like 10 years, 20 years later. Oh, that was him. Isn't that an interesting tale?
Wow. And it's amazing that Terry Funk saw something extra in him, just enough to say something to his brother. He always seemed to have like a good eye for upcoming talent.
Yeah, it's like, we just discovered a talent, or something. Yeah. So that was like a very early stage of Yoshihiro Asai in meeting original Tiger Mask Satoru Sayama and Dory and Terry, the Funks, and probably met a lot of other wrestlers too. And these are the two tales that's so famous that I was told, a number of times and firsthand. And now that the Ultimo Dragon is so humble and it's modest, that I don't remember that, right? But
of course,
a lot of people do remember.
And just to be clear, this was when the Funks were in Japan, or was this when they were in Texas? They were in Japan, yeah?
No, they were in Japan, yeah.
Okay.
They used to come 5-6 times a year,
Sure.
And everybody knew what hotel they were staying. And Terry Funk, Dory Funk, both so nice that the lot of fans are waiting them at the hotel lobby, right? And the Funks were the ones they autograph and take pictures with each and every one of them until the very last one. Then leave.
Wow.
Oh, super baby face, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that with Abby and Sheik.
No way. They'll chase you.
Yeah. But it's fun to be chased too, Like,
Yeah, I've heard your story, and I've read about other good memories that people have had getting chased.
I got chased by Abby, and me and my buddy laughed so much. Yeah, I thought it was greatest. Yeah, you run for life. I mean, you get so scared. And then 5 minutes after that, we laughed so hard. It was so great. So
that was Dragon was like one of those types of fans who
super fan,
got that rush, had the passion for it like that.
Oh yeah, still does, like 35, almost 38, 40, almost 40 years later in his home in Mexico, that he has the full male maskers costume, all kinds of antique championship belts from 50s and 60s, and he has his own memorabilia, like his own personal museum at home. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Oh, he's a collector for old championship belt that he discovers it. Sometimes it's in some old wrestler's closet, or some famous wrestler's widow had it in her house and didn't know what to do about it, and Ultimo Dragon want to buy it, and then he, I'm gonna buy this championship belt from you, and he wanted to buy all kinds of things that he still is like he has this super, fan mentality, not a mentality, but he's like just mindset that hasn't changed since he was a kid.